Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Today we will be comparing two films we think is going to be pretty interesting. I'll be shooting T-Max 100 from Kodak.
And I'll be shooting Ilford Delta 100.
And the cool thing is both of these are T-grain films, so we'll see the difference in contrast and the tonal range.
So these two films will develop pretty much the same in the Cinestill Monobath DF96. So it'll be pretty much as close of a comparison as you could get between these two. I've heard that Ilford Delta 100 is very, very close to T-Max 100. I haven't shot Ilford in a very long time. I've actually never shot this one. I've only shot HP5 and the 3280 ISO. So we'll see how I like this as well. We might talk to you guys a bit later about some of the differences and similarities that we noticed between these two films.
All right, and with that, we're gonna go out and shoot some film. Hey guys, welcome to the comparison section of this video. We're going to be comparing the films now. We just got them developed and scanned. So we're going to put the photos up on the screen as we talk about it and compare them as we go. The photos we took were pretty different, but in the same areas / lighting, so hopefully you guys get a good idea of the comparison.
Okay, so just as a refresher, I shot the Ilford Delta 100 and Jake shot Kodak T-Max 100. We've heard that they are basically the same thing, just of two different brands. So that's why we wanted to do this, to get as close of a comparison as possible. Let's just start with the major things that we noticed. Comparing an almost identical photo of ours side by side, it's easy to tell that the Ilford is much flatter and has less of a tonal range than Kodak does. It's much more gray, whereas Kodak you're going to get more distinct blacks and whites. So it's a much lighter middle gray type of tone overall, less variation between the two.
This one looks a little smoother.
The Ilford?
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So the grain, we thought they were going to be pretty much the same because of the T-grain. They're both T-grain films, but the Ilford seems to be just slightly smoother. When we zoom way in, you could tell that the Ilford's just slightly smoother. Overall, the grain seems very, very similar. Because the Kodak has more blacks, these photos of the sky, you could see the Ilford is a lot lighter, where the T-Max is a lot darker in the skies. So it's kind of interesting how the films differ in that sense.
There's definitely a lot more contrast in the Kodak over the Ilford. I'm seeing a lot more distinct, deeper shadows in the Kodak, lighter shadows in the Ilford, and like I said before, I'm noticing a lot more just of a light middle gray type of toning on the Ilford overall, throughout the whole picture, regardless of if there's a harsh sunlight spot. It's not that harsh of a difference between the shadow and the light as it is with the T-Max. That's probably the biggest difference, I would say, between the two films. When you see them side by side, just at first glance, that's probably the biggest difference you'll notice, is that the places that are supposed to be white on Kodak are white, and on Ilford they're more of a light gray than a white.
They're both fun to shoot. Whichever one you think you would like better, obviously go for it. Either way, you're gonna have great results. I think overall, our favorite between the two would be the T-Max.
Kodak.
Yeah, T-Max
for sure.
Over the Ilford. It was pretty fun to see them side by side and actually see the difference. We don't really shoot too much Ilford, so it was interesting to do this.
And like I said in the intro, this was my first time ever shooting Ilford Delta 100. So looking at my whole roll, I was pleasantly surprised it did actually come out pretty nice, even though I would prefer the Kodak. But I do like how my roll came out, and if I want to have a look like this on my film again, I would shoot this film again. It's pretty smooth. I mean, it looked nice in the scenes that I shot, so I was pleased with my roll. Let us know in the comments which one you preferred, and like we said before, let us know if there are any films that you want us to compare or review. We're working on some, but we want your input. So thank you guys for watching another video. Stay tuned till next week. Thanks for being here.
See ya.
Bye.